For those that don't know, this course is brought to you by the Westside Discs Fortress. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We are out at Council Grove, Kanza View Disc Golf Course today. Taco and I are hosting a doubles event on February 28th at this course. I guess our mindset, our thought process on running this event was to not just have a doubles event and have a great time, but to showcase some of the courses that I've designed. And this one hasn't got a whole lot of love since it went in the ground. We were going to use it for the GBO last year, but we all know what happened there. We will be using it this year for the GBO, or the DDO rather. And if you want to sign up, if you are signed up for that and you're playing that course, come on out for this doubles event. It's going to be fantastic. The name of the event is Dynamic Doubles, and we're switching it up a little bit. We're going to go 2 rounds, and the first round is going to be the 6-6-6 format. If you're not familiar with that, what it's going to be is holes 1 through 6 are going to be tough/worst shot. Technically, it's only tough shot because in tough shot, you basically play the hardest shot or the toughest or the worst shot between you and your partner from the entire hole out. Now in worst shot, you both have to make a putt. Tough shot, that's not the case. Only one person has to hole out, meaning you can actually get an ace in tough shot without the other player having to do it, just to kind of speed things up a little bit and not be so rough on the competitors out there. So that's one thing we're doing for that match. Holes number 7 through 12 are going to be best score. How best score works is you and your partner will be out there playing singles on the hole, and you take the best score. Simple as it sounds. So if Taco and I are playing and he gets a 4, I get a 3, we write down a 3. If the next hole he gets a 3, I get a 4, we write down a 3. So that's kind of how that goes for 7 through 12. And then finally, holes 13 through 18 are going to be best shot. Regular old doubles, just like you're used to. Let's get right at it. Let's have some good times.
Good.
Back tree face. I'll putt.
EMAC Truth Ace times 2. Alright, we got putts. We got putts.
So, worst shot. This is worst shot, tough shot.
Oh, tough shot.
So, this one, that's a warm-up. Don't worry about that one. Either that one, which is about, I don't know.
They're about the same distance.
About the same distance. This one probably, if I was playing, I would probably make the group play this one.
Ceiling?
Just because of the low ceiling. So, we'll play this one. That's one thing to keep in mind, guys, how worst shot or tough shot is going to work. The group you're playing with will determine which lie you're playing from. So, to keep things honest. All right. So just like that, in tough shot, only one person has to make the putt. Taco made the putt. I don't even have to. That's the beauty of a tough shot versus a worst shot. If this was worst shot, I would also have to make that putt. So to keep it a little bit more better with flow, we're going with just tough shot for this event. All right, hole number 2, about 270 feet. We're still in the tough shot format. So I'm gonna go first, and here's a piece of advice for tough shot golf. When you're playing with your partner and you're going first, all you want to do is put that disc in play, just somewhere inbounds. That's your goal. The second player, their goal is to throw their shot almost identical to the first player, or maybe just a little bit better, unless it's an aceable hole, in which you can probably try to go for that ace if you want. For me, on those 6 holes of tough shot, if you come out of that even, you're smelling like roses. That's really all you want. So Made the corner. Should be a putt. It's gonna be a lengthy putt, but we'll see.
So my goal is to land on top of Eric's disc. I'm gonna use the proto evader. Or park it.
Pretty much parked. Won't be playing that one. All right, hole number 2. I'm looking at about probably what, 35 footer?
Yeah.
And the other one is about, you know, 12 feet. So I think we'll be playing this one right here. Woo, so if Taco would have put that, if that would have gone out of bounds.
That would have gone out of bounds. Eric would have had to make it.
Yes.
Because then we would have been putting for 4.
Kind of still have to make it.
Still good if we want to score on this course for a tough shot.
But like I said, even in the tough shot format is fantastic. Oh, let's get some birdies!
No problem. 2 down through 2 on tough shot. Better player should always throw second.
In this format,
in
at
this
least.
particular
Yep.
format.
I mean,
Ace it.
jeez. Goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh, Eric.
I don't even want to throw after that. That was a good shot.
Thank you.
Oh boy. It's gonna work though. You gotta love it when your worst shot is like 12 feet.
Three down through 3 on tough shot.
Hole number 4 says about 320 to this long pin. Plays a little bit further than that because it is a little bit uphill. Everything left on this road is out of bounds. And then the right side is, it says OB on the sign, but for our tournament, I think it's just going to be casual. But it's also, you don't want to go in there. So what are you throwing, Taco?
I'm going to go with the prototype evader. With it being like 320, but it plays around 340 or so, 350 for me. That's throwing something like this that'll glide and get a nice finish. So my goal is to put it at the corner of that tree line, have it hook up at the end, and should be there for a putt. Or if I miss, ace it.
Ooh, I like the latter. Or just park it.
Just exactly how I drew it up.
Goodness, that was fantastic.
God, that disc is so good.
Let's see if we can go 4 for 4 taking my drive. I like it. All right, so it's a little downhill. For me, it is a little downhill at first and then uphill, which is why it plays a little longer. But I'm gonna go EMAC Truth. I'm just gonna go right at it. Maybe on a slight Heiser flip up. And the reason I'm throwing the EMAC is because we have a bit of a right to left wind, and if I rip it out there flat, pretty good chance it's just gonna hold that straight line, and the OB line should never come into play for me. I say that, let's hope it's true. All right. Just a little bit past it, but it's a putt. That's all you can ask for. Good putt. 4 for 4.
Down, dude.
Wow. All right, guys. Hole number 5 is a little trickier,
And it's 247 feet. And there's a couple lines you can take. You can either go this big Heiser line, you can go straight at it, or you can go this tricky little forehand / Heiser line. And there's OB long, there's OB short, there's OB everywhere. So my suggestion to players on this hole would just be to dump something right up there, take your 3, move on to the next hole, and don't even bring OB into play. But that's not what we're here for today.
So I'm going for it, side on?
You are going for this.
Okay, so I think if you have a decent sidearm and one that you can throw at least 260, you take that left gap. The only thing you have to worry about is the road up there is going to be out of bounds. So you need to clear all that road. And then there's a guardrail too. So my goal is to push it, but get it to skip in front of the guardrail. Or just go over it and be parked.
That is a pretty nasty shot. My goodness, Taco.
I'm playing some good golf today.
My gosh, I don't even know what to do.
Well, you know where I'm at.
Hard.
A 3 on this hole is not bad, so I'd say you doing a shot to try to ace it or something.
Yeah. You know what? I might go forehand.
Okay. The rare one around,
Yep.
Eric McCabe forehand's coming out.
Let's break it out early so I don't need to do it later.
And the disc I chose to throw sidearm right there was a scythe. So
Scythe.
12 speed, a little faster, definitely overstable though. There is a little bit of wind.
I'm going trespass, Lucid X.
Oh man.
Branch, drop down. I think I'm safe.
I think you safe.
Par is still in play. All right, we're inbounds, barely. You can see the basket right there. Probably a little Heiser shot or a little turnover.
I think I'm gonna go turnover.
Little turnover putter. What are you throwing?
I'm throwing a super floppy soft judge.
Okay.
So that way when it hits, it just sits, hopefully. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky.
You didn't see that because he was in the way, but it went underneath the guardrail.
Sorry about that, everyone.
We'll take it.
Underneath that guardrail.
And you're parked, I can see it. So I'm gonna go EMAC judge on a little bit of a turnover.
EMAC judge, turnover.
I did the same thing.
Literally the same shot.
Taco's right here, we're gonna play it. I don't know if you could tell, I'm sure you can because I'm sure the wind is hitting this mic pretty hard. So we've got probably a 10 to 12 mile an hour wind coming off this water. And you can see nothing but water behind it, so a little scary putt. We'll take it. Hard.
No problem for world champion Eric McCabe. I'd probably be down there with that guy on the boat.
All right, guys, we are on our last hole of worst shot / tough shot. Hole number 6, it says 492 feet. It plays quite a bit longer than that. I think it plays closer to, with the low ceiling and the OB all around it, I think it plays closer to like 540 maybe. A piece of advice on this hole, if you are looking to just get a par, which as I've said this whole time, pay no attention to the way Taco's playing right now because he's killing the game. Playing for par, even throwing like a mid-range or a fairway driver, just something out the middle of this gap, just to ensure both of your drives are inbounds. That is the smart play here in a tough shot format. Taco and I are not gonna go that route today. We're just gonna try to have some fun and see how far we can throw the disc.
Okay. Oh, there's a birdhouse.
Little birdie.
If I was to play this hole safe, I'd probably take an evader out to the right side and just let it Heiser. But today, since we're smashing on it, I'm gonna do a gladiator, about a 13 or 14 speed driver. Just smash on it hard, pray. Find a way.
Horrible camera work, but it's in bounds.
Yeah, it's a loud disc too.
We have a little left to right moving, working in our favor. I would probably, if this is a tournament play, I would probably just go EMAC down the middle, because I think in 2 EMACs at about 280 would get me there relatively easy, and I feel very confident in that shot. However, today we're gonna go Ballista Joel. All day Ballista Joel. We'll be picking that one up.
Okay, I don't know how far we are, probably 230. There's a low ceiling on the right hand side, so I'll probably try to take a forehand approach in, something overstable and fast, and hope to get a pop up towards the basket. Let's just try my scythe, like 60%. Oh, that is so lucky.
That was lucky.
Fought through it all. Lucky.
We'll take luck. I like luck. Luck is better than skill any day. All right. I'm definitely not going forehand.
You already threw your one for today.
I already threw my one for the day, so I can't throw another one unless it's the only shot. And this isn't the only shot, so I think I might just go. Man, I might go EMAC. Yeah, I'm gonna go EMAC.
Judge or truth?
Truth. Sorry, I know we got to explain now, but we're gonna go EMAC truth around the outside. Little Heiser skip. About perfect. Both about the same, I'd say. I think this one's probably a little bit out. We'll play from it.
Easy 3.
All right, guys, that is the end of the tough / worst shot portion of this course. We are on now to hole 7 through 12. It's about 450 feet uphill. However, it's straight uphill, so it's going to play probably closer to 500. It's going to play almost as long as the hole we just played on hole 6, but you got a little trees in the way off the tee. The best shot here is just rip on something and just try to get up as far down that fairway as you possibly can. And the format for hole 7 through 12 is best score. So how best score works is you and your partner play each of those holes singles, just like it was a singles competition, and at the end of each hole, whoever has the better score, that's the one you go with. For instance, if we're on this hole and I take a 4, Taco takes a 3, we write down a 3 on the scorecard, and so on. So that's hole 7 through 12. Let's get at it. All right.
So Eric's going Ballista Joel.
Ballista Joel once again. He's so good. He's been in the bag for probably 2 years. So. I hit a little cabbage on the way out, which popped it up a little, but you know what? It's in the fairway. A 2 on this hole would be superior. It'd be a very big bonus, so pretty happy with that result.
So Eric's Max D disc is a Ballista Joel. Mine is a Fusion Sheriff that's a little domey. It's up there. I got a jump put.
Love it. All right, guys, so some strategy can definitely be played in best score. So, for instance, on this hole here, Taco has a better drive. He's a little bit closer than me. So what I'm gonna do is just try to put this under the basket so I can ensure us getting a par and give him the opportunity to just run it all day long. So that's kind of what I recommend. I'm looking probably 80, 90 feet with some left to right wind. So if I make this, it's a bonus. So my head says just throw it under the basket and let Taco run it.
Executed perfectly.
That's a par.
So Eric says go for it. I'm going for it. Headwind. Probably should have thrown it at the basket. Take a 3. All right, we're on hole 8, which is the second hole for our best score format, which is where we're going to be playing singles. 517 feet, par 4, downhill. This is a hole where you could just open up. This is the chance to just smash on one. I'm literally throwing the same disc. It's going to be my Pop Top Fusion Sergeant. There's a little bit of right to left that plays on this hole because of the weight, the water getting the wind off of it. So I'm just going to launch one. Full sends only here.
You even got the little road skippy skip.
The headwind was a little bit more than what I thought.
It's a good shot.
So it's more of a right to left headwind than it is tailwind.
Yeah. So Taco is way down there. He pretty much has nothing in the way. So he is kind of insured the par already, or the 3. This is technically a par 4. So he's pretty much looking at the birdie. I'm gonna go stupid and go Lucid X Trespass roller. A little too windy. The wind was coming from right to left, so when that happens, the wind just hits the bottom of that disc and forces it to turn over to the right super fast. But down on that left side, there is a clear line all the way down to the basket. So let's go see what we got. I'm just gonna try to get it up there somewhere close and maybe give it a little bit of a run. Why not? Or I'll just ensure the birdie.
I'm gonna do a little backhand putter with the super soft Judge. I'll touch shot around the trees. I think I got a run here. Using the softest though, it should bite right by the basket, even though Eric's parked. Oh, never had a chance.
Just a bit outside.
Dang it.
He tried the corner and missed. So I am parked for our birdie. However, Taco might as well go ahead and try to make this putt just to get that much more practice in with no fear of missing, because he already knows that the 3 is going on the scorecard. Boom. Taco, what are you putting with?
EMAC Judge.
Oh,
They are good.
day, son. All right, guys, hole number 9. is the third hole of our best score. 405 feet, pretty much nothing in the way. There is a little OB on the right side and one tree that you really got to avoid. This one, when the wind is up, and trust me, the wind is up here quite often because of the lake. So right now we have a left to right wind. You want to make sure to throw something that's somewhat stable, but you can get that distance out of that you can really rely on. Another hole, best score. So, you know, a 2 on this is almost a bonus, I would say. So just try to get your 3. I'm gonna go Moonshine, Lucid X, Trespass. It's just not fair when you have that disc in your bag because they're that freaking good.
Take 2 on my Gladly Go Far. Literally.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a tough 3 from there. Dang it.
It's okay, your partner's there.
Just trying to, yeah, thank goodness Eric's like 5 feet away from the basket.
All right, guys. Taco wanted me to come up and see how far out I was to see if he should run this or not. I think he should. Oop. He's going forehand with a scythe. Looks like he got it a little too high. Inbounds, but not great.
All day. Okay, hole 10, 325 feet, and this is where it gets real, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fairway. That long grass on the right and left is both going to be out of bounds. So it's really just anything that you can throw straight for about 300 feet with a late tail at the end and with no action. So I'm going to go EMAC. I think if I was going to throw a fairway though, it would be my Evader. Let's just go ahead and go with the EMAC. This disc has been in the basket a couple times the last few days.
Too much, but safe. If you look right over here at all of this nasty stuff right here, how disgusting and thick all that is what this entire back 9 used to look like. When I came out to design this course, there was none of these little fairways, there was nothing out here. So you can see all the hard work that actually went in to get this course in. And if you're ever close to Council Grove, it's a must. You have to put this on your U-Disc wish list, I think is what it's called. Make sure you do it and check this course out. A little low, but safe. Gives Taco the green light.
And that's how you lay it up from there.
And that's exactly how you lay up for par.
Par.
We'll take a par. Pars are good. All right, guys, hole number 11 is the hardest hole on the course by far. It's a par 4, 540 feet dogleg to the right, and OB down both sides. All the tall shrubbery you see is out of bounds. It's a good thing it's out of bounds, because if you go in there, you don't want to be in there. We'll just say that. So the play here, and one challenging thing about this hole, if you kind of look down, I don't know how well the video does justice for it, but it slopes from right to left. And anytime that you throw a shot and you're coming in flat on that hillside, you're probably gonna do one of two things. You're either gonna burn out and go straight OB, or you're gonna get that flare skip down to the left, which is also out of bounds. So it's a very tough hole to hit that fairway on. So one thing I recommend on this is either a mid-range or a putter whatever disc that you feel most confident throwing around 200, 250 feet, just get it right down that middle of the fairway, and then you have a nice approach to the green. Me, I'm a little crazy. I'm gonna try to go for this and see what happens. I've never got all the way down there on this hole. A couple fun shots on this is either a long straight with a late fade or a roller. Depending on what Taco does, who am I kidding? I'm gonna throw a roller on this hole. I'm gonna let Taco go first though, see if Taco can get it inbounds, and then I'm gonna go crazy.
No!
He kept it low, but he turned it over.
Cranked over.
I'm gonna go hybrid trespass for my roller. Well, it made the corner perfect. It was a little bit tall. I think you want it to go a little bit straighter before it turns off to the right. But if I am OB, I'm OB way down that fairway, and I have an easy par.
Oh, that headwind. All right, I'm gonna pick up.
I'm OB, barely OB. Usually I think we push this back a little bit more. The tall grass, like for an event, like for the DDO, we may try and get them to cut it a little bit higher so it's a little bit more forgiving. I'm about 6 feet OB or something like that, so I'm gonna bring it out to where it was last in, about right here with the stroke penalty. Up and down on this hole of 4 is pretty solid. I'd be really happy with that. So. All right guys, we're here, hole number 12, 392 feet, blind Heiser. There's OB on the left, OB on the right, all the tall grass is out of bounds. This is our last and final, last hole of best score. After this, the last 6 holes are gonna be best shot, just regular old doubles. So this is the last one. We gotta worry about the singles portion of it. And this shot, I like to throw a pretty decently overstable driver, something flat and a little bit high that I know is going to fade to the left, because you got to get further left than you think. And if you look on the tee sign, you see this little tree right here. That's not just one little tree, that's like a group of trees. That acts as a bunker. A lot of times when I see people play this hole, they throw that Heiser out over the OB and it comes in and just dead center all of this garbage. And it is nasty in there. If you get in there, you're probably just gonna pitch out, so you wanna make sure to come in just in front of that to give yourself a putt for birdie.
Come on. Sounded like OB.
Trespass, the Lucid X Moonshine, same one I've been throwing all day. Same one I've been throwing all year, actually.
See if I can jam it for 3.
Yeah.
All right, this one's a jump putt. 2-legger.
Booyah!
Dude, I started running it down. I was like, oh wait, yep.
What a great par save.
Oh my gosh, needed it. Emac Judge in the basket again.
Never a doubt.
That's a bonus too, folks.
All right, guys, here you go. Hole number 13, 404 feet, par 3. This thing, if there ever was a hole that played like a par 4, that's a par 3, this is it. This is a crazy tricky hole. There's OB on both sides. It is a dog leg to the right, and it is blind. So, ideally, the tee shot is something that either like a forehand that pushes out and kind of stalls out, or a nice turnover shot. I personally like to throw a big turnover shot on this hole just to get it out there in the fairway. This is hole 13. This is the first hole of the best shot, or just regular old doubles. So your normal doubles from here on out, so you can get a little bit aggressive if you want, or if you have a better player on the team, let them go second and let the first guy just put it in bounds and the second guy just kind of bomb on it, depending on who has the strength for the hole you're playing. So let's do it.
Fading out a little bit, but right in the middle of the fairway. Safe, gives me the green light to go for it.
Super soft judge again for my approach. Hit it.
I'm going blend EMAC judge. .711, par 5, uphill, tight fairway the entire way. You've got the highway off to the left. There's a bunch of tall grass on the left and a bunch of tall grass on the right that plays out of bounds. And then normally in singles, what I recommend is just kind of throwing it up there somewhere in the middle of the fairway. When you have a doubles format, my recommendation is have your first player be the player that is accurate, that is going to put it in bounds, and then the second player may be the one that can throw it a little bit further and try to get a little bit more aggressive, and see if you guys can't get an eagle on this hole.
Not even close, but it's gonna be safe.
Right in the middle of the fairway?
Yeah. Not even close, but it's gonna be safe.
Right in the middle of the fairway?
Yeah. I just
We'll
couldn't
take
get...
that.
It's also on this hole, if you're not another 40, 50 feet further down, you're looking at like an uphill approach, footing wise. I think I'm gonna go probably the workhorse, the Lucid X Trust Pad, and just rip on it since Taco's inbounds with an easy look at a birdie. Let's go for the eagle. Awkward footing. That may have cleared the out of bounds and been inbounds, but it's not a look. I'll tell you that. There was some weird footing there, but yeah, whatever. Oh, that's awful. But nah, it should be an easy birdie from there. Awful shot, but good result.
Oh yeah, he says. Oh no.
Partner.
Birdie. It's a decently easy par 5 if you break it down as Taco played the hole, meaning you don't go crazy off the tee shot, you don't go crazy off that second shot. Give yourself a shot into this green, take the 4, and run to the next hole.
All right, Fusion trespass for the win. Oh, Brian.
We're gonna go trespass again, guys. Oh no! Sit. Hobby. I did not expect to play tough shot better than best shot, but that's the reason we picked the holes we picked for this course. The front 6 holes are probably the easiest stretch of 6 holes on the course. So if you're asking yourself why would we start out with tough shot, there's your answer. All right guys, hole number 16 is a double island hole. It is 409 feet and this is a tricky one at best. My suggestion to you would be player 1, throw it to that early spot that's just kind of inbounds, and then player 2, if you have the arm to get all the way to the basket, then you can go for the green. But I would not go for this green if player 1 is not inbounds. If both of you need to lay up, that's fine. It's decently easy shot into the green from the first island, assuming the wind is not up.
Center cut.
All right, Taco is inbounds, therefore this might be a little out of my range, but let's go for it anyway. What do you think, Ballista?
Ballista Joel?
Ballista Joel is probably my best bet. There it is. A little bit of a left to right wind.
Laying it up.
Is this a 4 or 3? I think it's a 4.
Yeah, it's a...
It plays like a 4 because of the double layup.
Uh-huh. Great. Solo 2.
Hole 17, 375 feet, par 3, OB left, and there is OB right as well. The OB on the right is pretty sneaky, and the left side is a little bit more forgiving. This hole, you're probably, if you have a forehand, that is going to be the shot. You're going to want to throw a forehand if you've got that consistent forehand. If not, you're just going to throw something that turns over, rides to the right, or just throw something dead straight. That shot is fading right out of bounds. He probably should have tried to take that over the top of me. And you really want to hug this left side if you're going that forehand. Trust it. Throw it out over the OB and trust that it's going to fall back into the middle of this fairway.
Another
This hole 18 is probably, I'm gonna say, my favorite hole on the course. It's just a fun shot. 386 feet, par 3, and there's a couple different options you could take. If you've got a massive forehand, that's a great play. If you've got a trusty turnover shot, that's a great play. Or if you're just a power thrower and want to throw this power Heiser, you can take that option as well. There is OB all down that left side, and the right side is just pretty nasty. You don't want to get in there. The best shot on this is just try to get somewhere inbounds, give yourself a look for that birdie, and finish the round happy. Taco's going his Fusion Sheriff. Looks like it barely creeped over that road. It would have been nice if it actually hit the road and got a flare skip down there, but that's a great shot. That's inbounds. That gives me green light. I'm gonna try this Heiser I was talking about. With the trespass again. I think that's pretty good.
Felt really good.
Solid round.
I like how the best shot was all Eric shots. And the worst shot was a lot of me taking my shots.
Actually, it was my shots all day. We played a lot of mine on worst shot. If that makes sense. That is the 6-6-6 format that we're going to be playing for the first round. The second round is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go straight alternate shot. A lot of people were asking, is it going to be a 1 round, a 2 round? Taco and I went back and forth on whether we wanted to do a 1 or a 2 round tournament. We decided to go a 2 round tournament, and the second round being true alternate shot, meaning when you step up to your first hole, you determine who's throwing that tee shot. From there on, it's alternate shot, true alternate shot the rest of the way. So if you miss a 5-footer and your partner has to tap it in, you're throwing that next tee shot. That's kind of how that true alternate shot works. That round's gonna fly by. So Taco and I played very well today. I don't know exactly what we shot. I'll have the score obviously down at the bottom, but we killed it today. We played very well. Conditions were beautiful. I hope the conditions are this nice for the event on February 28th. If you're watching this before February 28th, make sure to go to Disc Golf Scene, check it out. Dynamic doubles, sign up, find a partner, register for this event. It's going to be a great time. We have a pretty special player pack coming. I'm not going to tell you exactly what disc it is, but it may or may not have been a workhorse today. So make sure you get signed up if you're coming. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. One more thing I want to mention is BG's Bar and Grill is going to be out here on site with lunch that day, so you don't even have to leave. I know they've got some tacos, they've got some soup, I believe, they got some chili, they got all kinds of great stuff coming out. So make sure you guys support them. They are supporting the event, so please make sure and support them. That's BG's Bar and Grill right here in Council Grove.